Pakistan and Afghanistan agreed on measures to communicate with armed groups of the Taliban movement. This comes at the end of talks held by the tribal councils, which lasted for 2 days. Former Afghan Foreign Minister Abdullah said that the communications will include Taliban groups in Afghanistan and Pakistan.
The agreement and consensus between the leaders of 2 tribes in Pakistan and Afghanistan in the tribal Loya Jirga meeting, which was held in Islamabad, comes on the sidelines of the fast-developing expansion of the hardline Taliban movement in the region. The activities of this meeting ended with approving decisions to put in place the necessary mechanisms to solve the problem, which everyone agrees is difficult and complicated.
It is a very complicated one.
No doubt the security situation in this area is complicated. The solutions are hard to achieve. It requires that we have determination, honor our commitments, and exert efforts to reach a resolution to this dilemma.
At this meeting, they agreed to form a joint tribal committee made up of both the Pakistani and Afghani sides to act immediately with members of the armed Taliban in both countries to convince them to lay down their weapons and resort to dialogue. This decision was made in order to reduce the effects of the security crisis, which has weakened the security of the region and its development for a very long time.
Upholding supremacy of both countries' constitutions. For those holding
the supremacy of all countries' constitutions, the door is open. They should seize this opportunity and the results of the tribal meetings so as to further boost such efforts.
The most important decision that was reached after 2 days of discussions between Pakistani and Afghan tribal leaders under the auspices of the governments of both countries was the agreement to use the carrot policy, which consecutive Pakistani governments have used, while continuing to use the stick policy against those who are loath to ride the wing of peace and fight and create bloodshed. The optimism and hope created at this tribal meeting was tempered by the continued U.S. military strikes on Pakistani and Afghan soil. Despite U.S. guarantees to honor the sovereignty of Pakistan, at least 21 people were killed, with dozens more killed while the meeting was taking place. Analysts believe that this does nothing more than increase the level of tension between Pakistan and the United States. It also reduces opportunities, hope in dialogue and peace, and increases the spread of radicalism and extremism that comes as a result of growing anger from people of the region against Pakistani, U.S. and Afghan forces equally. Zuhair Ashraf Jamal, Saudi TV, Islamabad.